The Window Story for Inspiration. By Istorylife. It is a story of two men who were both seriously ill and occupied the same room at the hospital. One man was next to the room's only window and allowed to get only for 1 hour to sit up during his treatment of lungs. Other man had to spend all day lying flat on his back. Both men talked for hours. They spoke about their wives, families, home, job, vacation. Every afternoon when men next to the room window would sit, he would pass time by describing scenery outside the window to his roommate. The man in the other bed would love that 1 hour period where his world would be broadened and activities and colors of the outside world. As the man by the window described all the exquisite details of the outside world, and other men would close their eyes and imagine those scenes. One afternoon, man by the window described a very beautiful parade passing by the window. In spite other men couldn't hear the band, but he could imagine all the things man by the window described him. Suddenly a thought crossed his mind. Why should he have all the pleasure of seeing everything and I get to see nothing? As days passed, Guy started to miss seeing sights more and more. His envy got over him and soon turned him sour. He was unable to sleep and thought now should control his life. Late one night as he was lying looking at the ceiling, the man by the window started coughing. He was choking on his fluids and other man watched in the dim light of the room. As the struggling man by the window trying to get hold of the button to call for help. Even listening to this, other man never moved, never pushed his own button, which would have bought nurse running. In less than 5 minutes, man by window choking stopped along with the sound of breathing. Now there was an only deathly silence. The next morning nurse arrived to bring water for both of them. She saw there a lifeless body of the man by the window. As soon as man found it appropriate, he asked if he could move to bed next to the window. The nurse made the switch and after making sure he was comfortable, she left him alone. After moving to bed next to the window, slowly painfully he tried to get up to take his first look outside the window. He was excited that he would finally get to see outside the window. He slowly turns to look out the window beside the bed and to his surprise, window was facing blank wall. Learning of the story. It's our choice to keep a positive attitude towards life. Circumstances are just parts of what makes us joyful. Pursuit of happiness is an inward journey. If we continue to bit our lips and just before we begin to complain we should shoot that seemingly harmless negative thought as it germinates, we will find there is much rejoice about.